We're told an El Paso County Sheriff's Office deputy saw a stolen car and followed it to this neighborhood right behind me. And when they arrived, they tried to make contact, but the suspect hit the deputy with the car. Beware the bear. CPW is asking you to prepare for Fat Bear Fall by having bear-proof trash cans like this one right here. John and Carrie have separate legal teams in their cases, and today both of their teams requested that the case be postponed to November, which will be after the Halfords are expected to enter pleas in their federal cases.
Dean is here. You got to see the training up close in the Springs today.
Yeah, that's right, Adam. That training was a virtual reality simulator, and it allows officers to prepare for high-pressure environments they could potentially be in.
Up close, right in your face.
Right, and being in it, it feels like you're really there. But I was able to, diffuse the situation calmly, and police said I did a pretty good job.
Oh, good, so. Good job.
Adam, I spoke with Otis Forrest Sr., who told me his son loved life and was the type of person to instantly light up a room. Residents tell me this has been going on for about 3 years, and they believe their safety is not being prioritized.
Training course behind you there, isn't it, Cameron? Some of those cones that are set up?
Yes, it is. Yes, you see those cones, got the snowplow in the background. And this is what they were driving earlier, trying to make sure they're able to navigate those tough conditions when they're out on those roads with all that snow. Dutch Knudsen is installing barriers in front of his store like this one right here to stop that from happening at this location. Now, his other store, he had to close, and it was near Academy and Murray after suspects rammed into his business with a car. Earlier, all entrances to the store were blocked. Now those entrances are clear, and if you'll take a look behind me, this parking lot is completely full and people are back to shopping at the location. CSFD says there will be multiple fireworks shows in our community to enjoy that beauty and stay safe while doing it. And they're not the only ones with a TikTok.
We have one too. You got to check out our KKTV TikTok. I don't know if we're as good as those firefighters at the TikTok.
They just have a much better reach.
We're working on it.
We didn't have
you guys are great.
I got to spray you down with water or something to get on that.
I bet Cameron has some tips for us. Maybe we'll get Cameron to help us with a TikTok.
All right, Cameron, the rest of your coverage.
You went straight to Fountain as soon as you heard that he was found.
His owner put a call out to the community for help, Lindsay, and so many people answered. I met the hero of the day. The officials told me Shop for Care calculates the average price that insurances pay for a procedure at each health institution. Now, I have that tool behind me. I'm going to step out real quick so you can take a look at how it works. Now, if you'll take a look, there's some different categories here for the table of contents. I'm just going to pick a random one. Let's go with radiology. Why not? Let's do that one. We're told an El Paso County Sheriff's Office deputy saw a stolen car and followed it to this neighborhood right behind me. And when they arrived, they tried to make contact, but the suspect hit the deputy with the car. Now, take a look at your screens. This is the vehicle El Paso County Sheriff's Office says hit the deputy. They tell us it was a stolen vehicle. We're told that deputy fired a shot at the car before the driver ultimately got away. The deputy was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. I spoke with a neighbor who says he was contacted by law enforcement after his home was hit by a bullet.
No, nothing like this has ever happened. It's normally a really quiet area. Really, we never have any trouble down here whatsoever.
Colorado Springs police are now leading this investigation, and they're asking any residents with whereabouts of that vehicle to please come forward. Live in El Paso County, Cameron Dean, KKTV 11 News. Smoke bombs and screams. That's all you could hear at basic training Thursday, where more than 1,000 cadets were put to the test. This week, cadets marched more than 5 miles from the cadet area to start the field training at Jacks Valley. Cadets receive field training in first aid, combat arms, and field living conditions.
They will develop a lot of teamwork. They will develop a lot of grit and resilience. And ultimately, they will develop the confidence that they need in order to not only successfully complete the rigorous 4 years here at the United States Air Force Academy, but fight and win our nation's wars if necessary as well.
Brigadier General Gavin Marks says he remembers what it was like for him to experience basic training years ago.
The gunshot sounds are the same. The smells of smoke are the same. I remember very vividly being tired all the time. I remember very vividly being hungry all the time. I remember thinking that maybe I had made a mistake in coming here. Gave me the confidence to go fly, gave me the confidence to lead units, etc. So absolutely, it was very, very instrumental in my development.
The training prepared for cadets this year simulates an expedition with constant movement and survival in remote locations.
Our airmen and our guardians will have to potentially operate in very, very austere locations. They need to learn those skills here at this foundational level so that when they leave and they fall in on their formations in the Air Force and in the Space Force, they are credible, they are relevant and conversant in those skill sets.
At the Air Force Academy, Cameron Dean, KKTV 11 News.
Hey, we found the bird. He's okay. And he seems okay. He's got some minor injuries on his legs.
A moment of joy and relief Friday morning for the owner of Dennis the Emu. He was missing for nearly a day until this moment.
And who we have to thank for this is Jet.
We'll get to Jet in a second. Let's go back to the beginning. It was a normal Thursday for Dennis and his owner, Billy Sue Mitchell, as she was taking him out for a walk in Fountain.
And he just went running, and I lost control of him. And so he went, I obviously can't keep up with him. He can run 35 miles an hour, and he did.
A unique pet like Dennis is easy to spot, but this time, after an entire night went by, Billy Sue called in some four-legged help.
Jet sniffed him out from feathers, and 15 minutes, and he was hidden around. His feet were completely bound with his leash, so he was hog-tied to the ground.
Jet's owner, Courtney Farrell, tells me Jet's nose is always prepared for a search mission.
He has been trained since puppyhood to understand. He's probably got hundreds of words. Was able to say, help Billy find Big Bird. And he understood exactly what we were after.
With the help of Jet, a day that seemed hopeless completely turned around.
Today was a cruddy day to start with, but it's turned out to be the most wonderful day.
Yeah.